Hello, and welcome to the proposal for the implementation of a mindfulness workshop here in the city of Kawartha Lakes. So now, to facilitate this idea of a mindfulness workshop being added to our current list of programs, I'm going to cover a variety of areas, such as what mindfulness is, the purpose and the need of the program, the outline of the program, the budget that is associated with the program, some marketing strategies that can be used to promote the program in our community, the assessment tools that will be able to help better understand how this program has benefited the library and the patrons, some deliverables that can be given to the participants who come to the program, and a quick conclusion. So now, first of all, what is mindfulness? So this quote was taken from a Goldstein book, and it states that mindfulness involves using conscious thinking in order to be present in life and to have inner freedom of being calm and happy. Now, this quote and sort of philosophy was used to shape the idea of this workshop. So the purpose and the need of the program. The purpose is to encourage members of the community to come to the library, try something new, something that you may not have otherwise tried, learn about the resources that the library has to offer, and overall just learn about mindfulness itself. The need is largely related to the gaps that are currently in the programs being offered. So you can see the list on the right. There are quite a few programs being offered, but some gaps are obvious, and more diverse clubs should be added to really encourage adults to come to the library. There are a variety of values and benefits. The first one is to the actual members of the community. So anyone can participate in this. People who are stressed, people who have anxiety or depression. The great thing about mindfulness programs is that anyone can participate, whether they know nothing about mindfulness or have an extensive knowledge of mindfulness. In turn, this also benefits the community, having happier and more content members of the community, and just bringing the community together. And finally, the library. So hopefully programs like this will increase users of the library. It really offers an opportunity to showcase our resources, and hopefully will increase circulation of these resources. So the mindfulness program, this is going to be a 90-minute program. It's a one-time program that people must sign up for. There's room for 32 spots per night. This is going to happen once a month, and for now it's only going to happen for 4 months, and then we will reevaluate and see where we can go from there. So the way it's going to be set up, there's going to be 4 different stations, and there's going to be some facilitators from local places in the city of Kawartha Lakes, such as yoga studios, places that practice meditation and whatnot. So the first station is called Meditation and Mindfulness Breathing. Here, the facilitator is going to describe the benefits of mindful breathing and meditation. They're going to practice their breathing, and it's going to finish off with sort of a body scan, which is a guided meditation. The next station is called Yoga and Stretching. So this, again, the facilitator is going to first describe the benefits, and then she's going to take the participants through a basic yoga practice called the sun salutation, to just get the idea going about having physical mindfulness in your everyday life. The third one is called mindful reflection, and this is where participants can sit wherever they feel comfortable, and the facilitator is going to ask a series of questions. The participants are going to be encouraged to close their eyes, answer these questions in their head as they see fit. So questions can be asked such as, what are you thankful for right now? Tell me a time that you felt calm, or think about that question in your head. The final station is the coloring station. The librarian who is facilitating this program will be running this particular station. This is just an idea that you can color and relax through coloring. There's tons of mindful coloring books that we'll get into in just a moment. So the budget that's associated with this program. There were a few factors that were considered, which are listed in front of you there. The first one was yoga mats. The library has chose to not purchase yoga mats at this time for the yoga and the meditation stations, just because right now it's a temporary program. It's being sort of tried out and tested. So this wouldn't be a worthy investment. Instead, participants will be encouraged to bring their own yoga mats. And if that's not possible, facilitators that come in will bring a few extra ones just in case. Colored pencils may also need to be purchased for this program. There is a Crayola plant in Lindsay, so perhaps they could donate these pencils as opposed to the library purchasing them. I recognize that the library already has some colored pencils, I'm sure, for the children's program. This has already been implemented into the budget, but perhaps they need to have some more for this program that needs to be taken into consideration. Something that will need to get purchased is the coloring book for the coloring station. So the decision has been made to purchase one of these books, and then it can be photocopied as needed for the workshops that are going to occur later on. With that, printing and photocopier, ink and paper need to be considered. Again, this is probably already considered in the overall budget for the library, but just be mindful of how much ink and paper is being used for the posters to advertise this and the photocopying for the coloring station. Thank you gifts must also be bought for the 3 people who will be facilitating some of the stations, just to keep relationships strong between these local businesses that have been kind enough to come and offer their services for this program. There will be notebooks that are bought for these facilitators, and they'll be bought from a local business, and again, that's keeping that relationship going. The last thing that needs to be considered is staffing. So it's been decided that one person will be scheduled for 2 hours at least, maybe an extent to their other shift, in order to sort of set up, clean up, and facilitate this program. So even though it's run for only 90 minutes, there's time allotted for the setup and cleanup of this as well. So the marketing strategy. Now, we really want to promote this program in our community and get participants to come and be really excited about this program. So there was 2 factors for this. First, we wanted to make sure that it was cost-free and that reaching a variety of members of the community. So the first way we can do this is through social media. This is a really prominent aspect of our society now, so this can be really taken advantage of. So our library has a Twitter website and a Facebook page, and we can really promote this program on these interfaces, taking advantage of hashtags. So perhaps a hashtag such as mindfulness matters or something like that. And social media should be used before the event to promote it. It can also be used during and after the event to thank facilitators, thank participants, and really encourage people to come to the program in future times. The next thing that can happen is connecting with local businesses. So like bringing the facilitators, we can also have posters posted at their business. So it was considered whether that would be taking away from their business or their current practice. And it could be worded in such a way that it wouldn't. So it could be someone who already goes to that program and wants to bring their husband or their significant other or their friend who's apprehensive about it. They can come try it at the library first, hopefully enjoy it, and then we'll get turned back into that business. So it's kind of going in full circle. Finally, using the library and city websites as well. So there's obviously the program section and the calendar that this should definitely be included on and kept up to date. The library website also has the option for a banner that will pop up whenever the website is in use, and that can be used to promote this program just because it's new and needs to be really put out there. And then promoting at the library. So having the posters at the library and just making sure that librarians are talking to their patrons and really promoting this event and saying, oh, have you tried to sign up for this? Would you be interested in this? And getting the idea out that way. So assessment tools now. So there's 2 different assessment tools. There's a quantitative and a qualitative. Quantitative obviously is the numbers, and it's really quick to sort of get direct feedback about how the program is helping. But I also wanted to implement a qualitative assessment tool as well to get the personal experiences and really connect with how this program is beneficial. So the quantitative one, is very quick. So just the number of mindfulness books that have been circulated since the program has been implemented, the number of participants in the program, the number of inquiries about the program or inquiries about mindfulness as a whole, and then librarians can promote the books that we have about mindfulness through that as well. The qualitative one, there's a link there too if you would like to see that further. It's an online feedback form. It can also be printed and shared at the library as well. And it's got 5 different questions about how the participant has benefited from the program, whether they feel that the library has sufficient resources for the mindfulness topic, and things like that. And finally, the deliverables that can be given to the participants. So this is in the form of a resource guide. So you can see on this one example here, the title, author, year, and format has been included of a book, as well as a description. So here is the full resource guide. So it's got a quick description about how you can keyword search for more resources on the catalog, which is great. And then it's got just a variety of formats, a variety of different books discussing lots of different mindfulness activities. And finally, the conclusion. So just to wrap up this idea, there are exceptional benefits to a mindfulness program here at the library. So just taking a moment to think back to what I have said about the value and how this can be implemented, I truly hope that you consider these benefits, review the material that has been provided, and I hope that you decide to implement this program in our library. Thank you.